There we go. Okay, so this is going to be a nice, easy session today. Break us in. This is a new year, so yeah, well done for making it this early, starting some good habits. We're going to focus on the spine, just thinking about working the shoulders a bit and finding some decompression, some release throughout the spine. So we're going to start with our back to ideally a wall or a door, maybe a radiator. I'm going to use the sofa just so I can show you what I'm doing, but please do have something the whole way behind your back. So we're going to bring as much of our back body, all of our back body if we can, onto our wall or our door or surface. So think about starting from the base of the spine, really bring the hips as close as you can to the wall and use the wall as your support here. You want to find this length through the spine, lifting up through the crown of the head, reaching up, resting the back of the head onto that wall. I'm missing it, sadly. Let's inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, draw them down the back. The shoulders are low, the chest is open, and bringing the hands just out either side of the hips to support you. Feet hip distance apart. And this is an active pose. This is our dandasana, our staff pose. So those legs are active. Try and think about bringing as much of the back of the legs to meet the floor. And with our back body, back of our torso on the wall, again, bringing as much of the back body to rest on the wall. And just see how this feels. Sitting with it here, allowing the floor and the wall to support you, to help you lift tall. So drawing out of your pelvis, lifting the body up, the side waists are lengthening. And we're reaching through the crown of the head. From here, we'll start moving into the arms. So inhale, bring those arms out in front of us. Exhale, roll the shoulders down away from the ears again. Inhale, we're going to bring the arms all the way up and see if the back of the hands can touch your surface, your wall, which sadly I'm missing.
Right, stop it.
I think someone needs to go on mute, maybe. P1968971.
Sorry, my puppy's
No worries.
closer now. Let me.
Oh, you got a puppy for Christmas. Lovely. Good. So just reaching the arms up. Trying again to bring as much of the arms onto that wall behind you. Using the breath, let's inhale into the fingertips. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine. One more inhale, reaching tall, and exhale, bring the arms down. We're going to do that again, but this time we'll bring the arms out to the side and inhale, come up and overhead. Again, finding the backs of the palms on the wall. And if you need to, widen the arms out. If you need the space in the shoulders, widen the arms out. We're looking for long, active arms, reaching through the fingertips. So if it's not happening for the arms to be close to the ears, widen them out. One more inhale, reach through the fingertips. And this time as we exhale, bring the back of the hand, the fingertips behind the ears. From here, you're going to squeeze those elbows out wide so the elbows are touching your wall. Inhaling here, open the chest. Exhale, bring the elbows together, keep them high, but in level with your nose, your mouth. Inhale, elbows wide, Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, draw the elbows together, keep the rest of the back on the wall. Last one, inhale, elbows wide. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, elbows wide, and exhale, releasing there, giving the shoulders a shrug, and then coming back to your mat, if you left it to come to the wall, and coming to all fours. So hands and knees. You can take some movement into the spine, into the shoulders here. So first of all, finding our neutral cat position, our all fours. So the hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread, pressing the hands into the mat. We're looking to find space across the upper back between the shoulder blades, but also we want to keep the chest open. So feel as if you're very slightly drawing that chest forwards, like you could bring it through the arms, but while keeping the shoulders broad. Drawing the belly button into the spine. Let's make sure while we're in our neutral cat that we're not dipping into the lower back. So keep the core engaged. Draw that belly button up. Knees are under the hips. And from here, start to take some movement with the breath. Some cat cows. So inhale, dropping the belly slightly, lifting the arms through the chest, looking forwards. This is our cow. Exhale, push the hands into the floor, round into the back. Drop the chin to the chest. This is our cat. Inhale, drawing that chest forwards. Keep the core engaged, looking forwards. Exhale, push the floor away. Let the chin drop, the upper back, the lower back round. Inhale to your cow. And exhale to your cat. 2 more rounds at your own pace. Find your rhythm. Deep inhales, the exhales, rounding the spine, seeing how much space you can find between those shoulder blades. Last one, as you finish this round, and back to your neutral spine. And from here, draw that belly button in. We're going to take some movement into the shoulders, starting with the right hand. We'll inhale, lift the right arm up, gaze to fingertips above you. Exhale, thread the right arm under the left. Bring the shoulder and the ear down to the floor, gaze over the right fingertips. Options here with the left hand. So we're looking for this stretch into the shoulder. It's also a nice stretch into the spine, a twist into the spine. So the left hand can be in front of the face, on your fingertips, spider hand, or you can tiptoe that hand up above. Again, stay on the fingertips. This helps keep the arm active, and use that arm to help rotate the chest, as if you could rotate it up towards the ceiling. Maybe the gaze starts to come up as well under the armpit, or if that's too much for the neck, keep looking forwards over that right hand. Now often the right side of the body gets a bit crunched up when we do this. So push those hips slightly over to the right. Draw the belly button into the spine. Feeling the stretch through the shoulder, this direction of the chest up towards the ceiling. From here, plant the left hand back in front of the face. And inhale, reach the right arm all the way up above you again, gaze to fingertips. Exhale, all fours. Taking it to the other side, draw the belly button to the spine first, and then inhale, left arm up, gaze to fingertips. Exhale, reach the left arm under the right. Bring the shoulder, the ear to the floor. Gaze over those left fingertips. Again, let's push the weight slightly more into the left hip. And then come onto the fingertips of the right hand. Option to keep that hand in front of the face, or if you like, you can walk it up overhead. From here, let's start focusing on the rotation of the chest, up towards the ceiling. You should find that intensifies the stretch through the back of the shoulder, the spine. Maybe you start to bring the gaze up a little, off the ground. Doesn't need to go all the way up to the ceiling. All about directionality. Trying to find a deeper twist here. One more breath. Placing that right hand in front of the face and press into it. And inhale, lift the left arm up and overhead, gaze at fingertips. Exhale to all fours. You can stay where you are. I'm going to turn so I can show you what we'll do next. So we're going to step the right foot out to the side now and come into a gate pose. So we're on our hands and knees. The right foot comes out to the side in line with the knee. And then we'll inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. This is our gate pose that we'll come into. So we're pressing the outer edge, that right foot into the floor. We're squeezing the bum, bringing the hips forwards. So our bum isn't sticking out behind us here. We're reaching tall, just like we did when we were sitting in our dandasana. From here, inhale, reach into the fingertips. And then exhale, bring the right arm, right hand to the right leg and reach up through the left side of the body. Maybe sliding that right hand down the leg, finding a deeper bend. Lovely spinal stretch, side body stretch. And again, maybe you can think about turning the gaze up to the ceiling, under the armpits. If that's too much, keep the gaze forwards. One more breath here. Inhale, breathe into that left side body. Exhale, come up to center. Bring the arms wide. Inhale here, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, plant the left hand down onto the floor under the shoulder. This is our modified side plank. So the gaze either straight ahead or up with the right hand above. From here, I'm going to make it more of a balance, a little bit more challenging for the core. Just an option to lift that back leg up. Keep that right foot flexed and see how much you can bring that leg up. This is a tough one. You'll feel it in the outer hip, the glutes. Final option, take this into a back bend by bending that right knee, grabbing the foot, and pushing the foot back into the hand. And this is a little back bend. So you're squeezing the shoulders, opening the chest, you're pushing that foot into the hand, keeping the knee high, and think about keeping the knee forwards. Don't let that knee come back. The foot is pressing back, but the knees forwards. Gaze in front or up at the ceiling. Let's release there. Arm comes up, coming out the way we came in. Inhaling, center. And then this time, we're going to bring the hands down, framing that right foot, and take it into an easy twist. So now we're in a low lunge. Maybe pausing here, coming onto the fingertips. Think about drawing that belly back towards the spine. Lift the body off the thigh. Gaze is down and slightly ahead of you. Think about the neck as an extension of the spine. I want everything in one line here. We're going to plant the left hand and inhale, reach the right arm up. So you're twisting into that bent leg, into that front leg. Easy twist. Pressing the left hand into the floor. Drawing the shoulder blades together behind the back. You're also sinking into that front, the back hip, I suppose. That front hip flexor on the left leg. One more inhale. Reach into the fingertips. Exhale. Planting the hands and then coming back to all fours. Again, I'll switch around so you can see from here, other side. So bring that left foot out, toes pointing forwards, arch of the foot in line with that knee, and we'll inhale, coming all the way up. So pressing as much of that foot as you can into the floor. Squeezing the glutes, pushing those hips forwards. Arms are active, straight. And if you need space, if they're bent, if you're here and they're bent and you're struggling, widen the arms out. Give your shoulders more space. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. Then exhale, bring the left hand to the left leg. Side bend. Direct the breath into the right side of the body. The gaze can be forwards or up at the ceiling. Think about drawing that right shoulder down, away from the ear. Remembering to squeeze the bum, keep those hips forwards. One more inhale, into the right side of the body. Exhale, coming to center, reaching those arms wide. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm is up. Modified side plank. Engaging the core. Think about drawing that belly button to the spine. Hips are forwards. Pressing the outer edge of that back foot into the floor. Option to stay here or kicking that back foot up, flexing the foot, challenging the core, the outer leg, the hips. It's all good. Keep that foot flexed, and toes forwards. Again, gaze in front or up at the hand. Final option, bending that knee, catching that foot, and pushing the foot back into the hand. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Chest is open. Squeezing the glutes. Hips are forwards. Trying to keep that knee high and forwards. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reaching up. Releasing that back foot. Coming up to center. And then turning. So now we're over the left leg. Coming into our low lunge. Finding our hands on fingertips. Make sure the knee doesn't overshoot the ankle. And we're thinking about lifting the chest here, belly off the thigh. Thinking about that long, straight spine. Working the front hip flexors on that right leg. From here, we'll plant that right hand and inhale, left arm up, easy twist. Again, gaze can be in line with chest or up at the left hand above. Really try and rotate that chest, the chest and the belly. They're pointing towards that front leg, twisting into that front leg. One more inhale, reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, releasing the hand to the floor, tucking the toes in the back foot, And then stepping back into a downward facing dog. So if we've done yoga before, should be familiar with this one. We often think about the hamstrings in this pose, but this is brilliant for finding spinal extension as well. So take whatever movements you would like to, maybe pedaling the feet, maybe raising onto the tiptoes, and bending the knees, pressing the belly back towards the thighs. This is where we feel the spinal extension the most, is when we do this in the pose. And then from here, straightening those legs and seeing you can maintain the length in the spine as you start to straighten the legs. I'm not worrying about the heels descending so much. It's more about the active, lifted front legs. Let the head hang, give it a little shake, a little nod. And from here, dropping to the knees, pushing back, resting in child's pose. Bring the hands down alongside the hips. Dandasana, child's pose. So if you would like some height between the hips and the heels, if you're struggling to get the hips close to the heels, height works wonders. A pillow or a blanket makes things a lot more comfortable. And finding release through the front body, resting your forehead on the floor, body on the thighs, and directing the breath into the back body here. Noticing how it's so much easier to bring the breath towards into the side ribs, towards the mid torso, rather than just staying up in the chest. So enjoy that freedom we get from this pose and our breathing. From here, making our way up slowly to sit. And we're going to finish, I promised it's a nice easy one. We're going to finish Viparita korani. So this is lying down with the legs up the wall. So I'll invite you to come back to your wall. I'm going to use the radiator this time because we're going to need it. So making sure you've got a little bit of space. We're going to bring the legs wide on the wall. So you can use a wall, a door, a radiator like me. And to bring, the idea is that we bring our hips really close to the wall and then we put the legs up the wall and the body is on the floor. The way to get into this, I find, is to bring your back to the wall first and then just bring your weight down onto one elbow and rotate the legs up the wall. So if you're doing that, start a little bit to the side of where you want to end up. Otherwise, you have to shuffle like I did back to where you want to be. However you get there, bringing your hips as close, your bum as close to the wall as you can. And then bringing your legs up the wall. So again, it's just like where we started in Dandasana. This time, the back is on the floor. We're fully supported. The hands are alongside the hips and the legs are on the wall. So just like at the start, let's try and feel for bringing as much of the back body onto our support, so onto our wall, onto the floor. We've got active legs here. So flex those feet, maybe see by spreading the toes. And lift through the front of the legs. Draw the kneecaps up using the quadriceps, no lazy kneecaps. And we'll take that movement again with the arms that we did at the start. So inhale, The arms up vertically above us. And then exhale. Allow the arms to come down to the floor, back to the palms, touching the floor. Did you notice that one hand came down first? Almost definitely. Let's inhale. Bring the arms back up to vertical. And then try it again. This time, as you exhale, lower the arms to the floor, but notice, can you bring them both down at the same time? Can you minimize the difference, the different rates that they come down? So here you should feel the release of the spine into the floor, especially the lower back. This pose is not about the hamstrings, it's about that release through the entire back body. I'll make it a little bit more about the hips. So first of all, inhale the arms up, and then exhale them down by the sides of the hips. Then we're going to bring the legs wide. Doesn't matter how wide, whatever's comfortable for you, but we want to keep those active legs. So flexing the feet, and have a look, see how even you are. I've got a radiator, so I can see how many pipes my legs are done. I can try and even it up myself. This is quite a good place to notice your imbalances we all have. Again, let's inhale the arms up and exhale, bringing them down to the floor. Holding another 2 breaths. See how much of the arm can you bring down to the floor, pressing the lower back into the floor and drawing the shoulder away from the ears. On the next inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, arms by the side. Bend those legs in now. And catch the feet and bring the soles of the feet together. So this is our Baddha Konasana leg. So here, soles of the feet come together, feet pointing in towards each other. And they don't need to be, if they can come down close to the groins, great. If not, keep them high, it's all good. And this time we're going to use the hands. We're going to take them onto just above the knee, I would say. So not onto the knee, just above the knee. And then we're going to encourage this external rotation in the thigh. So take your thumbs onto the inner thighs and help to rotate them out. That's the movement that we're looking for in this pose. That's going to help us to find this release into the hips. That will allow our knees to come a little closer to the wall. So drawing the shoulders away from the ears, tucking the chin. One more breath. Releasing the hands, bringing those knees together now. And keep the feet on the wall as you bend those knees into the chest. And here you should be able to feel just how easy it is to extend the spine. Might feel like a lot in the hips. If it does, you can bring the feet a little higher up the wall. Keep pushing the lower back into the floor, pulling those shoulders down. And when you're ready, rolling over onto your side and resting here for breath. Deep breath. And when you're ready, supporting yourself as you push up to a seated position. Any comfortable seated position you'd like. You could be cross-legged, legs out in front, kneeling, up to you. Let's close the eyes or soften the gaze to the floor. Tucking the chin, lengthening through the back of the neck, drawing up through the crown of the head, lengthening the tailbone, rooting through the seat bones. Taking 2 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, fill the lungs, exhale through the mouth, side out. One more inhale, exhale, side out. Blinking the eyes open. And just noticing how you feel physically, mentally. I hope you feel you can take this away and sit a bit taller in your chairs for the rest of the afternoon. So that's the end of our session. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I'm here if you've got any questions. We'll be back next week. So thank you.
Good to have you back, Sarah. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Good.